Hey, welcome back to FLINTFACE Makes. Since I only have 10 subscribers and only about 10 views per video, I feel like it's time to do something clickbaity. So you've seen the review, but this is gonna be a different type of review on these cheap Amazon work shoes that we've seen everybody, they twist them and they bend the toe in the video as if the toe wouldn't bend, as if they'd sell anymore if it was like a wooden clog. So to make this video a little more interesting, I'm gonna do two things you haven't seen. I'm gonna give you honest construction site etiquette tips to make your construction, the difficult task of construction, a little more pleasant for you and your coworkers. Also, I'm gonna throw at the end of this a bonus tip about this shoe that no one has mentioned, that I've never seen. Even with millions of views in their video, I haven't seen this one thing that I think is probably my favorite thing about this shoe mentioned. So stay tuned. Okay, the shoe is anywhere from $25 to $75. You've seen the ads all over your social media. It's the same shoe, so go for the cheapest one. I bought mine on Amazon. It was under 40 bucks. Okay, it's mesh and it's very breathable, super comfortable. We'll go through all that, but the nail through the shoe thing, I don't need to put a board through a nail so you guys can watch me step on it. It's got like this Kevlar thing underneath the little pad here. So the nail goes through the rubber, but then it kind of hits that and stops. I guess so. My first etiquette tip, number one, is if you pull a board down, a stud or whatever, bend the nail flat. Don't be ignorant. Don't just leave it on the ground. You know someone's gonna step on it. We've all done it. It's really rude. So bend the nail down. But that isn't my only tip. My first tip also is stinky mildew shoes, okay? I get it. Construction doesn't pay a lot for a lot of workers, especially if you're a laborer like I was a lot of the times. And it's hard to go out and buy. I know there's the Red Wing boot guy who will pay $250 for his boot, but the reality is you're like, man, this is not my stupid company. I'm not buying $250 shoes. I'm just gonna wear my street sneakers when they wear out and they start flapping and talking. I'm gonna buy that and start wearing that to work. I'm gonna just bring that to work. I'm gonna start wearing that to work. And the problem is though, this isn't to shame your foot issues, but if your shoe starts smelling mildewy because you've been walking through puddles, it is a construction site, you might have to get rid of the shoe. I'm sorry, the mildew shoe smells, and no one wants to talk about it. No one wants to say anything to you because they like you, or maybe they don't like you, maybe they just don't want to talk about it. If your shoe starts smelling mildewy, go out there, find something. There's got to be some sprays. They do sell sprays to get rid of mildew smell, but either try to eliminate the smell, have a dear friend or a girlfriend or a wife pay the money to sniff your shoe, and if they honestly tell you it smells like mildew, you gotta throw it out. Eliminate the shoe or try to fix it. But don't wear it's bad etiquette. That's all I'm gonna say. Stinky mildew shoes gotta go. Okay, steel toe. Do you need me to hit it with a hammer? It's a steel toe. And one complaints I always hear about this shoe, they're like, it's kind of heavy. Of course, it's got a steel toe. That's what steel toe shoes, that's why they stink. It's because they're heavy. But overall, because it's mesh and it's a little tiny sneaker, it's really not that heavy. You guys are being a little weird about that. It's a steel toe. Do you need me to tell you what a steel toe does? It's a steel toe. Okay, my next etiquette tip is t-shirts are cheap. Okay, I wear my own company t-shirts because I have a lot of them. But if I didn't have these, I'd go to Walmart and buy a George t-shirt. It's even cheaper, I think, than Fruit of the Loom packs of t-shirts. George brand t-shirts. They're comfortable. They really don't shrink, actually. And I think you can get them for like $2. So don't wear a smelly shirt to work. If it starts to smell weird or you get these crazy stip paints, like pit stains, did I just say stip pains? That's painful to look at. That looks like you're trying to tie-dye your shirt from your natural oils. Get rid of that shirt, throw it out, and go to Walmart. One t-shirt a check. Because remember, I understand the money. I get the money. I've been broke a lot. So one t-shirt per paycheck is like $2. You can do that. You can do that, guys. So go to Walmart, get them George shirts. All right, moving forward. Mesh. I do love this mesh. It's summertime. You can see I'm shiny here. Mesh is phenomenal. I've never had a mesh shoe before. It's super breathable. I hear another complaint is, well, it's such a strong chemically smell when I open the... Do you do construction? Everything is chemically. I was taking down asbestos when I was a kid with a spray bottle of water and a paper mask. That's what my boss gave me. So I might be on one of those commercials that you watch during daytime TV. I don't know. But this mesh shoe breathes so beautifully. In the summertime right now, it's fantastic. In the wintertime, I imagine it's going to stink. I think my plan is to maybe put a thermal sock on because I really do like wearing this shoe. I got to be honest. Yeah, I'll probably buy a work boot, but the mesh is awesome. And don't worry about the chemical smell. That's kind of silly. Okay, my tip number 2, your pants. Let's talk about your work pants. So like I said, I used to wear my street clothes. Maybe I didn't say it. I used to wear my street clothes. As they would deteriorate, they would slowly become work clothes, if you know what I'm talking about. I'm sure you do. And so I would go to work, and when I was new at construction, when I was caulking, I would wipe the caulk on my pants. You know, scoop it out, wipe it on my pants. That is insane because your pants look like they've got what do you call it? Like scales. Like you look like you're wearing mermaid pants. Okay, and it's weird looking, and just. I learned very quickly, go get a piece of scrap cardboard. You're at a construction site, a piece of scrap wood, a piece of scrap anything. Smear out the caulk, wipe it on the thing, smear it out, wipe it on the thing. It'll save your pants. And then you won't be the guy in the work van on the way home from work picking the caulk off your pants. You know that guy? You might be that guy. I was that guy. Don't be that guy. It's an easy solution. Also, real quick tip, painting, don't wipe your paint on your pants. You know what I mean? That's kind of weird too. Just get something. Get a rag. Get one of them stinky t-shirts we were talking about. Stop wearing it. It becomes a rag. Then you wear your sweet George t-shirt. But you don't want to look like you lost a paintball fight at work. All right, next tip. I have a concrete floor in my shop, and normally I wear like cushioned insoles in all my shoes just because my back, I'm old, I'm starting to fall apart. You can see this one's falling apart a little bit. I've been wearing these for a month now. It still looks great, this shoe, by the way. This is starting to peel a little bit, so I might have to replace it, which is like a couple bucks at Walmart. But the reality is, this is the first time I've never stuck an insole in a work shoe, which is really weird because I get like crazy bad headaches if I don't have some sort of, aftermarket cushioning in my shoe. So I gotta say, the cushion in the shoe for a guy who needs insoles and isn't using one, it's working. I mean, would it be more comfortable with an insole? It probably would be an upgrade, but I didn't need to. I didn't feel the need to. It's fine. It works. Okay, that goes on to my tip number, 14. I don't know where I'm at now. All right, this is going to be a little personal, so I want you to just not take offense, not be weirded out. Let's talk about pee bottles, okay? I know what it's like to work at a construction site without facilities. I used to be a plumber apprentice, and we were there because the toilets didn't work. So there was no facility. So we would have to poo in the 5-gallon buckets. I have a very funny story about having to poo in a customer's basement, and they came down while I was doing it. We'll talk about that another time. But I get that it's hard sometimes. And if that's the scenario and you can't pee outside because you don't want to be on the news that night for indecent exposure as a school bus goes by or something horrific, I get why you wouldn't want to pee outside. So I get why you would pee in a bottle. Those are the exceptions. Other than that, if there is a porta potty or better yet, a facility nearby on the job site right there, like you don't have to get in your car and go anywhere, go pee in there. Don't pee in a bottle. Because I've had to clean more construction sites for money, and I've had to pick up more of your pee bottles, and it's gross. It's weird. I feel like I shouldn't be that close to your fluid. Do you know what I'm saying? Just go use a facility if there is a facility. Got it? Okay. Also, with that said, as a bonus attach onto that, sunflower seeds and chew. Just spit it in something, and don't leave the bottle for me. I don't want to clean up your chew off the floor. I know where it came from. I know it's been in your mouth, touching your mouth for a long time. Or the sunflower seeds. Oh, that's not so gross. Yes, it is. It's mixed in with your snot and spit, and I don't want to touch it. Just spit it in a bottle, take it with you, give it to your kids, whatever you do with that stuff. But don't leave it at the construction site. And one more thing I gotta say, this has nothing to do with those last two things. Don't snack shame. Don't snack shame. Because I don't like to be told when to eat. Okay, I eat all day. When I was a plumber's apprentice, I would wear the little tool pouch, and I would keep little cookies in this pocket here because I didn't actually own any tools. I would keep little crackers in this pocket here, and I would nibble all day because I would have to wait. This plumber Dude, we'd start at 7 a.m. and he didn't want to eat till like 12:30, 1 o'clock. Bro, look, I gotta eat, and I'm not gonna wait for you. And wait for my stomach has to operate on your schedule. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? If you're an apprentice, that is so annoying, man. So don't snack shame. If someone needs a nibble, let them nibble, and don't make a big deal. Okay, last thing before the bonus special feature, as I twist the shoe in front of the camera, is this is actually, no, this is the bonus. Okay, this is the bonus. No one has mentioned this. I don't know, but I see a lot of people walking around Walmart with crushed backs of their shoes. Look, does this look like every shoe in your foyer? Go look. I'll wait. You don't have to look because you know I'm right. Every shoe is crushed back because you try and stomp your foot in there like it's a crock, and it doesn't work. This shoe, if you notice, has got the laces a toddler shoe would have. They're just elasticy laces with this little button pull-up zip thing, and they even give you this extra nibble here, I guess, so you could shorten the laces and cut them. I don't know if you lose this little decoration. This thing is so stretchy. You literally put your there's no tongue. See, there's no tongue. It's just like a big sock. You stick your foot in and you just pull it. You slip it right on your foot, and you don't have to walk around with a crushed back and the shame of your sign of laziness. And I'm guilty too. You can just slip it right on. No one's mentioned that. How sweet is it? I know your Red Wing guys are like, oh, I love my Red Wing boots. They're $250. Do you realize it makes me 2 inches taller than I really am? Here's the thing. I like Red Wings too. Relax. But here's the thing about those. Do you really want to sit there and lace up 20 eyelets to get to the top of your thigh-high boot that you're gonna wear outside in the mud? This is amazing. In the summertime, and you just got to go to work, just slip it on. Just slip it on. That is the best feature of this shoe to me. Every time I had to bend over on a bench in my foyer to tie my work boot, I was like, I hate my gut that is pinching my belt, and I hate my life right now because I don't want to tie this shoe. So you slip it on, boom. I also spray this with some water repellent. Now, I haven't been in the rain in it yet, but I imagine it helps. It smells chemically. But the cool thing is I think it's going to help because the inside is sealed. The inside is not meshy. So I'm thinking that by spraying it with a water repellent, I'm wondering if that's going to make a difference. All right, last thing to talk about, construction site etiquette, music. We're going to talk about radios, okay? You might be the guy with, you might be like the apprentice that's just playing music on your phone, and you're walking around all day and you just kind of hear this tiny little speaker walk by you in the hallways if you're working in a building. You might be the guy that has to show off your $500 rack mount Milwaukee radio, or you know the standard yellow DeWalt radio, or whatever you got. Or if you're one of the weirdos that walks in with some 1970s boombox, that's amazing. Good on you. But here's the thing about radios. If you're gonna play it really loud and sing along really badly, that's kind of fun. I kind of like that, especially when you hit those high notes. Ooh, so good. But let's talk about the genres of music that you're going to blast out for all of us to have to listen to. Okay, this is pre-AirPod invention, so this has improved a little bit. Classic rock. That's like the construction site national anthem. Just classic rock. Just the genre is the national anthem. I love classic rock. Crosby, Stills, Nash Young's one of my favorite groups because of the harmonies. I'm a musician, so I really enjoy classic rock. I have an album called Hope Out. Everybody on that album is like famous but me, and a lot of those guys are classic rock guys. Mellencamp's drummer. It's a good album because of them. But the thing about classic rock is they're not making any new songs. And the thing about radio is between all the car dealership advertisements, they just play the same 6 songs all day. I mean, that's kind of the problem with radio, but classic rock. As a side note, there was one thing I forgot to say is, what's up with classic rock? There was this whole era where they referred to women as little girl. What's your name, little girl? Man, that's some creepy. Like if I call my wife, hey, little girl. Just go to your girlfriend right now and be like, hey, little girl. You're immediately gonna grow a mustache, a members only jacket, and a van is gonna form around you. Just don't refer to women by little girl. And if anybody is old enough to explain to me why there was an entire decade of music where they referred to women as little girl. Okay, back to the video. Oh my God, I can't take it anymore. I think we need to ban Hotel California. I know that's super controversial. I mean, that's like wearing a MAGA hat, but I gotta say it. We gotta get rid of Hotel California. I'm done with it. It's so freaking long. Every time it starts, you could do the live version on the radio. I'm just tired of it. I got it, man. You're doing drugs. There's a prostitute. I don't know what that song's about, but I'm tired of it. We gotta stop it. No more Hotel California. Can we all agree on that? Active rock guy, if you're the guy that's listening to like Headstrong, I'll take you on. First of all, I don't even know which station you're finding that song on. I like active rock. FLINTFACE was conceived during the active rock era, also known as butt rock, kind of. It's like teeters on butt rock. But I don't mind you, active rock guy. We don't hear you very often. When you come around, it's like, he's not young, but he's younger. I like it. Morning talk guy, DJ banter. I started way back in the 90s when like Howard Stern, Opie and Anthony were like on the morning radio. So it was somewhat clean and edited, but it was interesting. At least they were talking about something crazy and silly and different. But like morning talk radio now, I don't know. Janet, what do you think about the weather? I don't know, Pop. I wore my mesh shoes. I don't know what we're gonna do. I'm not crazy about it, but it can be it's not interesting. I don't want to hear about the Kardashians. Forget morning talk. Don't do that. Then there's the classic rock and college radio guy, or the classic music and college radio guy. I just jacked that up really bad. Do you know what I'm talking about? Classical music and college radio guy. Do you know what I'm talking about? He's kind of weird. He's kind of artsy. He always has a white van or like a pickup truck, and it's got like stickers of Oregon and places he's been. And he like comes in, somehow he's like independently wealthy. You don't really think he has a family. He's kind of a drifter, but he's kind of cool, and he loves college radio. He just knows where the stations are. That guy I'm okay with. His music's all right. It's just different, and it changes things up. It breaks that Groundhog Day cycle of a construction site. The last two is hip hop. I don't hear hip hop very often. I need to be more diverse, I guess. Maybe the construction sites need to be more diverse. I'm a hip hop fan, but you really don't hear it on construction sites. When you do, it's kind of a party. It gets exciting. And I have been known to play 80s hits just because I'm so sick of the dredge and the grimness of a construction site. Sometimes it's nice to hear girls just want to have fun around a bunch of guys. Okay, so those are my that's my review of my under $40 Amazon work shoe. The overall assessment, it's great. If you can't afford, if you don't want to go out and spend $100 on a work shoe, just go buy this on Amazon. Try and spend as least as you can because they're all exactly the same with different prices. Go get the cheapest one you can. Enjoy your summer in this bad boy. I'll talk about what I'm going to do in the winter as the winter approaches. Those are my construction site construction site etiquettes. Just be mindful of those around you and the smells you're emanating. All right, guys. I love you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next one.